Yo, Slazio, back again with another tutorial. And in this tutorial, we are going to learn how to add CSS to your HTML. But first of all, let's discuss why CSS is very, very important. As you can see on the running HTML page, starting from the first H1, the heading, and as you can see, the page is structured in a random structure, and without CSS it looks like this. And if we add a bit of source, you must say, or CSS, it would end up looking like this. So let's go ahead and add CSS so it becomes a much better structure. So to start with, how can we add CSS? We can add CSS through two ways. One of them being adding a actual style tag. So actually having a style like this and then adding a basically a style within. So let's say body. All right. Oh, body. And let's say you want to change the background color. Let's make it aqua. Wow. See, that doesn't look very nice, but you could add CSS. So basically the CSS we added now is basically a background color to the body. We can be more specific and choose basically change the color of the headings. So let's say, for example, you want to change the heading 1. Let's say you want to change it to background color. Let's say blue violet. Oops, let's restart. Yeah, there you go. So what we changed now is basically the background color of the H1. But if we want to change the actual letters, we could say a FC, basically font color, but font. Font color is not font color. What was it? Yes, color. Just say color. And let's say we want to change it to white. It's not actual white, but there you go. So to change the actual letters, you have to say color and then you change it. Or you could say if you want to change the whole background of the H1, you could say background color. And this is one way to add CSS. So let's find out about the other way to add a CSS. And it is through adding a link. And the link basically refers to basically, you see how we have a HTML page, we should have something that uses HTML, which is basically adding a new file. And the new file, we'll call it index.css. So within this file, we will add the background colors. So as you can see, the color and what little changes that we had has gone. So let's try and add the background that we had earlier, like the color, the background color, back to it again through the CSS. However, since we have the file now, let's go to the index.html file first and link it. So let's say it is asking us now, okay, there's a link here and is basically a style sheet, and href is basically reference it. So basically, let's say the file is index.css, and it comes as suggested, but you can write it down as well. So now we have linked it. Let's go into the file itself and say body, and let's change the background color. change it this time to something else. Let's change it to this. Wow, this actually looks the color. I like the color. It doesn't look, the HTML doesn't look very nice, but this this is one way to change it. All right. Now let's change the H1 back color letters, not the background, but the colors. All right. So let's make it white. You know, let's make it white. Let's say a color, and we'll say white. Ta-da! All right, you know what? Let's change the size of it as well. Size. Let's make it a 20 pixels. Oh, we're supposed to say font size like this. It's very small, as you can see, guys. Let's make it 60. Hey, that's more like it. All right. So essentially, guys, we could add more CSS to this. Let's say, you know what? We'll do more CSS into this in a much depth in the coming lessons. But however, in this video, I wanted to show you guys how to add CSS basically, and I showed you two ways. So let's go again. So one way is to add through this tag called link, and then you basically use href to link the index.css file. Or if we comment this out, you could add the CSS through style. Boom. That's how it is. Just to wrap up, guys, today in this tutorial I showed you guys how to add CSS to your HTML, and basically you could add it through two ways. One way is within the HTML file, or you can create a separate file and basically link it through the HTML. Thank you so much for watching Slazio tutorial, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.